Hey, Kevin here, top 100 financial advisor, two-time author, one-time bestseller, and we are here to talk about the stock market. Today, I want to get into what might be one of the hottest areas of the stock market and something you should definitely keep your eye on. Now, you will get two videos today for our 21-day Q&A. This one I'm recording right now, the 19th of January in 2021, and then you're going to get the rest of the videos on the 20th, and then I think the 20th is going to be the last one. So this is an insert. So you get two videos today, one tomorrow. That equals 21, in case someone is wondering. And you will get a new video on the 21st that I will likely record on the 21st, like I'm doing right now. All right. So wanted to get that out the way, but I want to give you what I think could be one of the hottest areas of the stock market this year and tell you why. And a lot of this is fresh, meaning this has, I wouldn't necessarily say changed, but has come a lot more in the forefront over the last 30 days. So number one, we knew, and we had talked about this back in November after we got the original election results, and a bunch of stuff dragged on after that. But aside from that, we knew that with the Biden administration, a lot of things could happen. There was no confirmation. We still have a whole bunch of confirmation just yet. We knew that the electric vehicle space, we knew that like alternative energy, wind energy, hybrid, all that kind of stuff. We also knew that marijuana and the legalization, the specter of the legalization of marijuana could also be out there. And that's why those stocks were rising like back in late November and December. Well, now we've got some new information coming to the forefront for the electric vehicle and autonomous vehicle market that really raises an eyebrow. And it's a very interesting discussion here. So number one, I'm going to give you the list of companies and what's kind of going on there. And I'm also plug the 2021 Investing Yearbook because 3 of them were in the yearbook, even though this news is relatively new. So and these were my picks. So I even count the ones that everybody else picked. So remember, there are 5 experts in there. I am just one of them. And 3 of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 of the 6 companies are on one of my lists, and you just so happen to be in the right place. Why you going to get the yearbook? It is only $49, and we're going to cut it off on the 25th of January. So it pays to pay attention and to get in early. All right, so that link will be above. All right, so we got news earlier today that General Motors and Microsoft are teaming up to create an autonomous vehicle. Yes, General Motors and Microsoft, they are getting into the game. They're partnering with each other. Someone's calling me. They're partnering with each other, and they've got like a $30 billion evaluation for the company they're teaming up with to get that to market. So that is really, really big. And it's for Microsoft, they have some computing software, cloud computing software. I think it's Azure. Y'all know I can't pronounce stuff sometimes. Azure. I also can't spell, but I'm pretty sure that is the market there, or the product there. So they're teaming up. They're doing it. So that's number one. Then you've got Google and Waymo. Waymo is an autonomous vehicle company owned by Alphabet, which we all know as Google. They have also formed or have put together enough to form a $30 billion effort. So that's between Microsoft and GM, Google and Waymo, that's $60 billion separately, but each. Then you've got Ford entering that market as well with a smaller partnership. Their partnership is worth about $7 billion. Then you got Tesla doing their own thing, which if you don't know, now you know. That's probably the most dominant player in the space right now. Then you've got Apple. This was like, what, last week, maybe a week and a half ago? Apple announced that they are going to work with someone to build their own Apple car or Apple partnership with someone to create an Apple branded car. I don't know what that's going to look like. I'm a little skeptical, to be honest, because it's really outside of their wheelhouse. But I can say the same thing about Microsoft too. So there you go. For what it's worth, there you go. But we know Apple very, very rarely misses. And the fact that they are partnering with a car company makes me feel a lot better because Apple doesn't know cars. I really don't trust Apple to make a car. I don't trust Microsoft to make a car, but I trust GM. So you get a tech partner, you get somebody who makes cars, y'all can probably get together and do something really cool. So then you get Apple in this place. And then the last the last company is Plug, Plug. They make the battery fuel cell stuff for all of this to work. So it's kind of like the pick and shovel play that I talked to you about And then I got that term from Courtney, the Ivy investor, who is also in the yearbook. Um, but it's like if I don't want to invest in any of these electric vehicle players, I can invest in the person, or I keep saying person, the company that's going to help all of this run. They all need, if you're doing autonomous and especially electric vehicles, you need a battery. Who is making those batteries? Primarily, it's Plug. They're going to have a lot of supplies that kind of make all of this stuff work. So those are the companies. So you've got GM, Microsoft, Google, Ford, Tesla, Apple, and Plug. I'll repeat those and do it slower. I'm sorry. I'm reading from a list here. GM, Microsoft, Google, Ford, Tesla, Apple, and Plug. Those are the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 companies that are available for you to invest in. Now, the question is, which one would you invest in and how would you kind of go about that? You probably know, if you've been watching for a while, you probably know where I lean. If you got the 2021 investing yearbook, you already know, because I've already listed those picks way back in like late December, early January. So even before I knew that they had a lot to do with the electric vehicle market, my picks were already made, and we just happened to put ourselves in the right position. And you could kind of see some of those rumblings. I think Apple had made some purchases years ago that kind of hinted towards it. So it's not brand new for those who are in the know. But again, there are, I would say, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 that I do already own of these. So I'm in a good spot. I don't need to add anything else. But I will say the most interesting of these, at least from my view, is Plug. They were up 600 and some odd percent. I want to say 668 as of today over the past year. If you look at the chart, it kind of goes and really like goes up in a straight line, which is rare. It's also dangerous because it means it's usually going to crash pretty quickly. But based on what we know, based on what we think the administration is going to do, Department of Energy says they're going to invest in this space upward of 100. I think it's been $100 million or so, if I'm not mistaken. That's what also pushed Plug over the edge to really become a more household name. So keep your eye out on these. Again, GM, Microsoft, Ford, Google, Tesla, Apple, and Plug. Not suggesting you go any way. You know what I am going to do with the 2021 investing yearbook. You also know what I'm going to do on Public. I talk there all the time. If you don't see me here, I'm on Public. You definitely want to follow me there. You can do that by going to public.com/buildingbread. All right, so there's it for me. I wanted to put it on your radar now. I will likely send an email to y'all who are on the email list, which you should also be doing. You want to make sure you're on the email list. I'm probably going to send an email here at some point this week. Also reminding and I just want it to be on your radar so you are aware of what's happening. Because again, the stuff you do now, the things you invest in now, the things that you put yourself in position now in January can really help you out come December 2021. I told y'all this last year, told y'all the year before, and I'm just trying to help you out. I don't want you to sit here at the end of the year, 12 months from now, and be like, I didn't invest, I didn't do anything, I didn't grow my wealth. You are getting that opportunity right now for free. So hit the share button, make sure your friends get this information for free, and enhance your ability to invest and be in the right spots by getting the 2021 investing yearbook. I'll say this again. Last year, you can scroll it, watch the tape on Instagram. I sat in the studio in New York City and told you guys what some of my picks were. Apple was one of them, and it was Netflix I was the most confident in, and this is before the pandemic. I said, look, I really like Netflix. They're the best stock of the decade. I'm very, very big and heavy into what I think Netflix can do. And Netflix cashed in big time once the pandemic hit. You really couldn't find too many other places that were really perfect for a pandemic, even though we really don't want pandemics. But again, I'm right more often than not. I'm not perfect at all. But I do the best I can to put you in the best spots. And if you follow the rules, if you are on the email list, you're watching Monday through Friday, you're sharing, you start to pick up things and you start to learn. So thank you for joining. Make sure you hit the share button. I'm gonna be here, but I really want to make sure you're in the best position to grow your money in 2021. All right, that's it for me. Talk to you guys later. Bye.